Welcome to BitBoy Crypto.
We can't let anybody else find out who we are. My eyes are up here. I personally would not advise that strategy. Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird, how to make money in crypto.
Oh, you're killing me.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad. And of course, we are the People's Channel. Can I just start over?
Sure.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the People's Channel, home of the BitSquad, the largest, greatest crypto community in all the interweb. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. Guys, my name is Ben. I come to you live every single day at 11:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, 11:30. Today is Friday, April 22nd. 75 degrees in here. Cooking a little bit. Doesn't feel too hot, though. Maybe it's because I'm wearing a tanky top. Guys, Hawks game tonight. So look for me. You will probably see me, and TJ will be sitting center court on center court between the player benches. So you'll be able to see us probably all night. I'll be wearing my Yellow Hawks jersey. What are you wearing tonight, TJ?
A black.
Oh, you're wearing that shirt tonight?
Yeah, I'm just going to wear that.
Wow, stunning.
Yeah. I was trying to get some new Nike Airs last night, but they're hard to come by.
Yeah.
They're sold out everywhere.
Yeah, I use that GOAT website to buy the vintage shoes.
Nice.
Got my Jordan 13s I'll be rocking tonight. So, yeah, it'll be exciting. Somebody asked me if I'm a 99 overall. I guess you're talking about in basketball. I'm probably, like, if I were to be on NBA 2K, they would probably rate me like a 91 overall, probably. I'm not the best NBA player, you know. I'm no Trae Young. I'm closer to, like, a John Morant. So, I will block you for sure. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. I mean, we can chat about the Bitcoin price here in just a second. So Bitcoin price tanking is the title today. 1.45 million subscribers here on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to our other channels. Let's try to get this BitBoy Bits to 4,000 followers here. These are short, bite-sized clips of BitBoy Crypto. Meta Money inching up, guys. They're very close to 50,000, a big milestone for them. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, 832.4 thousand followers. Let's see, what did I tweet yesterday? I tweet anything? Oh, yeah. I basically, Elon Musk is the goat of stealing companies. He's got a $1 trillion company he stole from two other guys. Did you hear about the CNN Plus?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, this is Barrett Sally. He's a sports guy. He says Mike Price's tenure as Alabama's coach lasted longer than CNN Plus, which I think he got fired for going to a strip club or I can't remember what it was, but he was only Alabama coach for like a couple days. And what about this? If you think Web 3 is going to be huge, wait until you see Web 4. Also, I think I just invented it. Don't forget to check out BitBoy Crypto on Instagram. We're probably at 456 now. This one doesn't update dynamically. Nope, still at 455 actually. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook. We're almost at 150K there. Hit merch.com. Let's get into the markets. Significant drawdown today, guys. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I do, I have been telling you guys, I believe the price is going low. We are back in the 39,000s. This pump we had over the last couple of days, I kind of warned you that it was probably not going to last. And look, when we get the dumps, the volume is up. That should tell you something. Bitcoin dominance has dropped, though, down to 40.9%. E-dominance continuing to fall 19.3. 33.5 Paraguays you can send an ETH transaction. So here we go. Let's get into some numbers. We got Bitcoin coming in at $39,795. Ethereum coming in at $29.69, back below 3,000. I think you're going to see that get close to 2,500. Binance Coin back to 408. XRP at 72 cents. I think this thing's going lower. I can really see XRP going back down to about 55 cents, somewhere around there. In the if Bitcoin is truly going to go back down and test the low 30s, that's probably where I see that going. Maybe lower. Who knows what will happen? Cardano back at 90 cents. A lot of drops today on the markets. Not a bunch of movers. We have AMP up 5.77%. STEPN continuing to move up another 41%. Then biggest losers, Convex, Near. Hey, oh wait, ApeCoin won that poll, didn't it?
It did, technically.
Yeah, it did. But man, that 10.33% dip for Near Protocol looks good. It was very close. Golly,
I think it was 42.39.
I think it was 41.39 if I remember. It was very close though, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here. Aave down back to less than $200. Thorchain having a big retrace over the last few weeks. ZRX is up 23% for the week, but still down 8.8% for the day. A lot of interesting stuff going on with the market stuff. Frank, you want to come on up and give people great news about Bitcoin? Here you go, Frankie. Boom, you got some fancy charts up here today.
Oh, yeah. We got some fancy stuff to look at on the charts here, guys. What is going on? Hope you guys are having a good Friday. We got some good stuff to look at here. Obviously, coming down right now, I'm going to give you guys some targets where I think things can go. And then we're going to check in on the SPY as we are starting to lose support in the SPY, which could bring Bitcoin just a little bit lower. Not going to focus too much on the longer time frames because I think you guys kind of understand what's going on with the longer time frames and the stuff that we're looking at. But I'm going to give you guys some bullish stuff, some bearish stuff, and then talk about where I think the price could go. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Starting off on the daily, right? Actually, we'll start off on the 2-day, right? Your bullish hope still lies on the 2-day here with that green dot. Although we are coming down, this green dot is not confirmed, but has not disappeared, right? So that is a good sign. I believe, I think there's like 9 hours left to confirm this. Oh, yeah, about 8 hours and 20 minutes to confirm this. I would say I think it will confirm unless we start seeing like a super dump here today. But I do think there's a good chance as long as we don't dump, we could confirm that green dot. So that's kind of your bullish hopium here. Now, money flow is not looking the greatest. Money flow is still coming out. Typically, when this happens, we would rather see, when you're printing that green dot, you'd like to see money flow curving up towards that zero line at the same time. Now, what could happen here with this money flow curving down is you could print this green dot and then the VWAP could pop over that zero line just a tiny bit, cross right back over, and then just print another red dot right after that green dot. So be careful, but overall, a decent sign that we are printing that green dot on the 2-day. Coming down to the daily. Now, still in the green on the daily with the money flow. So that is good. We are starting to round off here. Now, something I do want to point out is that the VWAP is coming down to that zero line. We are printing a red dot, right? Now, these could bring us down a lot. These are kind of, wish-washy. You could see we did have another one right here, this red dot. I think this was about 6% down. But if you look at, formations on Market Cipher B that are more similar to this, where you come down real low with that momentum wave and then print that red dot, if we come down, come back in time a little bit here, you can see here, we came down and then came up, we got the green dot, came up, printed a red dot here, very, very similar to what we're starting to see over in the current price action. And this one brought us down quite a bit. This one brought us down, about from here, about 20 something percent, 24%, 23%. So you just want to be careful. Doesn't mean we're going to dump 23%, 100%, but you do want to keep that in mind. We are in the green with the money flow. So I am thinking that, the fact that the money flow is not curving down aggressively is a good sign. So I don't know really if that's going to play out a lot, but it is there. Chances are we will probably see that bring price down at least a little bit. And then, as far as levels, we do have that golden pocket right down here. Starting, the top of it is at about 38,860 something. So about, 38, 38.8, 38.5, in that area. This bounce, when we wicked off of this golden pocket, that was about 38.5. So we do have that support underneath us. And then we do have 38,000 even right down here in case we do break that golden pocket. That should act as pretty strong support, 38K. Obviously, we did get a harsh rejection off of, 43, which is not really, that was kind of a level that if we wanted to see continued upside, we really wanted to break that, flip it to support. So not really a great sign that we rejected there so harshly. We did come down pretty aggressively. So, so watch those levels about 38, 38.8, 38.5, and then 38K even. If we start breaking those levels, I would be looking, right down here at this blue line around.
There it was. That was it.
What just
I
happened?
think you might have just closed the whole thing or minimized.
Oh, it's still open. Okay, thank God. That would have been a nightmare.
That guy.
IT.
IT, I'm here.
Ben, the IT guy. But yeah, so right about here, let me just draw a quick horizontal line just so we can, boom. So right here at about 35,533, that is the next level. If we break this golden pocket, I do think we will come down and test this level down here. Now, if we start losing this level, this is where things could probably get pretty bloody. This is where, maybe those higher time frame, those bearish signals that are lurking on the higher time frames. If we break this, that's kind of where they're probably going to come out to shine. They're just sitting in the background with their mouths watering. We break this level, I think we will be headed down to this macro golden pocket down here, retesting those summer lows at about 28, 29K. Hopefully we can stick that as a support, and maybe that's the bottom. That's we'll have to assess it when we get there, but that would be the next stop if we break this level here. And then real quick, before I hop off, let's just check into the SPY. Maybe I should have started with this, but, daily candle holding this level here, but we did lose this gold box here. Let me go into, let's go to the 2 hour just so we can get a little more zoomed in. Yeah, so we are starting to lose this level. If we see continued downside for this, this could be bad. I mean, the traditional markets come down, Bitcoin usually follows. So definitely not a good sign that we're losing support here. We'll have to keep an eye on it because there were a couple times where we lost support, bounced back up. You see, we have been bouncing around. So it's being volatile right now, but we are looking to hopefully.
Where was that last bottom?
This one right here.
Back further. Yeah, right back before the trend line.
Oh,
like with the last bottom. Here? Yeah. Like where
this wick right here came all the way down to 410.
And what day is that?
That is February 24th, 2022.
Okay, so that's the daily charts. That's about 2.5 months. So basically, as soon as what is the day it went above that trend line?
When we broke out here, this candle was about, this was March 16th.
That was right when that was the day they announced the Fed hike, I believe.
Okay.
When it became official.
Yeah.
So we have been on a little bit of an upward trend. Now, can you zoom out a little bit from there? Or zoom out a lot, actually?
I can go to a higher time frame. Daily.
Okay, so there we go. So it's like we peaked, and then we had a lot of downward action as we were talking about the Fed rate hike. The Fed rate hike becomes official, so now we know what to expect. The price goes up. To me, it looks like that was almost a double top, and we're going to see a gigantic continuation of this downtrend.
It is looking like this. I mean, this is
guys. Things don't go up forever. Like this is what you guys have to understand. Like things do not go up forever. And if you want us to have a show where we come on here and we lie to you, like some other channels do, just tell you it's going to be great, everything's going back up, then you know what? You're at the wrong place. You're going to get the truth here. We're going to tell you what we really think is going on. I see some people saying, "Well, I guess we're done with this channel till the bull market's back." Well, that's because you're an idiot. This is actually when you need to be focusing and figuring out what to accumulate and preparing for possible downward action.
Yeah, people don't like, I want it to go up forever too. But,
we're all in the same boat there. Yeah. We all want that.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely don't like to hear the bear cases. But, this is also, this candle on the SPY, this is a pretty big bearish candle. Pretty big red candle. We'll have to see what happens, but it is not a great sign. I mean, at least we are, the body, we are holding this on the daily, but when you go down to the lower time frames, you can see we're starting to lose it. So, we're just conveying, the information we're seeing on the charts here. So, when things turn around, if things turn around, as far as Bitcoin, if the weekly starts turning around, we don't confirm into the red and we come back up into the green, like we'll tell you that. But until that happens, you have to pay attention to these longer term bearish signals because they don't play out immediately. You kind of get your hopes up, like, oh, we got the blood diamond on the weekly and we didn't dump. So you think that, you think it's a good sign, but you have to understand sometimes these weekly timeframes, the blood diamond could take, a month to play out. And there's going to be bounces in, until that bloody weekly blood diamond plays out. Not impossible for it to get invalidated, but you just have to, it's on the chart. So you got to take into consideration, You got to have the bear case and the bull case. But yep, with all that being said, guys, I think that's all I got for you today. Just watch those main levels I brought up on Bitcoin. This golden pocket at about 38.8, and then underneath there, 38K even are going to be your support levels to watch. That's all I got. Bing bong. Back to Ben.
People really enjoyed you throwing to yourself last night on the show. You guys go check out Frank's first appearance on a pre-recorded video of our nightly news wrap-up series. You did a great job last night, so great job, Frank, for that. I was supposed to do that video yesterday, and then I got tied up with some other stuff, and I couldn't make it happen. So, guys, let's go ahead. Make sure to smash that like button. Number one thing you can do as a member of the BitSquad, which is the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. We have way more followers than everyone else when you take our total followers combined. So I see people saying, there's another YouTube channel that's bigger than yours. Well, yeah, but overall, we're much bigger than they are. So, we have about 6 million followers. Our TikTok account is tied up right now, but with our TikTok account, 2.7 million followers, we're approaching 6 million here very soon if we're not there yet. Some other people, maybe they got like 3 million total, somewhere around there. We dwarf everybody. So, and that's because we've developed a great community, based on honesty and transparency and authenticity that you don't always get. So crypto's markets lost 100 billion in a day as Bitcoin plunged to $40,000. Bitcoin tried its hand at $43,000 yesterday, but was violently rejected at that point and dropped by almost $3,000 in a matter of hours. Most altcoins were also in the red today. Binance Coin barely staying above 400. It's up a little bit since then. But now we're dumping again, so I have to see what happens. Ever since the early Monday crash, in which the price of Bitcoin dumped below 39K, the landscape around the asset seems substantially more positive. Let's see if there's anything else here. Altcoin see red. We already looked at that. Then we also have Bitcoin retesting 40,000 after stock sell-off meets Fed balance sheet bust. So let's see what's going on with that. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed BTC and USD being kept firmly under 41,000. Thursday, it seen United States market simply reacting to surging treasury yields. The NASDAQ dropping 2% and taking highly correlated crypto down with it. Highly correlated now. It's not going to be highly correlated for much longer. I don't believe. I think that really what we could see here is we could see stocks begin to bottom over the next 6 months. And Bitcoin could also find a bottom during that time. If we're looking right now, we're about to begin May. Okay. I think that 6 months is pretty accurate. So if you think about the price of Bitcoin, generally what it does during a bear versus a bull market, 1 year after the high, it meets a low. November will be 1 year since an all-time high. You just got to sit through a whole baseball season because the day Bitcoin hit the top was the day the Braves won the World Series. Or maybe it was the day after, but it was right because I was in Houston when it happened. So, but we also have some news from the Fed here. Their total assets have shrunk by $9.6 billion. Nobody actually thought, I think this is why we're seeing some red on the market here today. Nobody thought the Fed was actually going to start selling off their asset sheet. Why? Because there's a conflict going on around the world, and people thought that, this meant that the United States was going to stock up, not sell off. But we sold basically, it looks like the balance sheet from 8.6 billion,
9.6,
from 9.6 billion to, this doesn't make sense.
to 8.9, basically.
Well, yeah, but do you see how this doesn't make sense? 9.6 billion to 8,955.6 billion.
It should say shrunk from instead of by.
No, it should say shrunk. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, it's not from here. It is.
That's what only thing that makes sense to me. It went from 9.6 to 8.9.
8.955. It's just weird that they shorten this number and then they don't shorten that one. They don't round it here.
Yeah.
It should basically say 8 from 9.6 to 8.9. But it says 8,955.9. It's weird the way they wrote it, in my opinion.
And did it go down by 9? It didn't drop by 9.6 billion?
No. Well, yeah, but if you shrunk by it. So they cut it in double. They cut it in half, basically.
I'm not sure.
And how does it say shrunk when it's 8.95? It looks like it looks like it barely shrunk here. I don't know. I don't pay a lot of attention to the balance sheet here. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm wondering if that's actually has shown signs of reducing its own balance sheet itself near 10 trillion. So I think that this is actually, it shrunk. This is what it's actually saying. It shrunk by 9.6 billion to 8.955 trillion. I think that's what it's actually saying. 8.95 trillion.
They just put billion instead of trillion.
Yes, they put, well, no, they did make a mistake. They put 8,955 instead of 9. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so weird the way they wrote this. So because the ECB is $10 trillion.
Right.
The ECC is $10 trillion. So yes, drop by 9.6 billion to 8.9 trillion. That's what it is. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense the way they wrote that. Why couldn't they have just said that? That easy. It shrunk by 9.6 billion to 8.9 trillion. So easy. As Cointelegraph reported, ECB is yet to show signs of reducing its balance sheet. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell served to add additional angst to sentiment, hinting at further key interest rate hikes for May. So here we go. Now we're talking about more rate hikes for May. I thought they said it was going to be June. So basically, in a week, it'll be, basically, within the next 5 weeks, we're going to see this. Crypto traders have remained cautious. Low volume pumps are not to be trusted. I've been telling you guys that for days and days and days here. Let's see. Ethereum risks return to 2,600. So, all right. Well, there we go. Let's see what's going on here with the Fed beatdown. So speaking of the Fed beatdown, did you guys see this? Can they hear this? Oh, you had to play it on yours.
No, I think they can hear it.
No, you had to play it on yours for them to hear it. That's what we ultimately decided.
Okay.
Because we showed a video yesterday, they couldn't hear it.
What was the audio on over here?
I'm not sure. This is a guy who's basically mocking Mike Tyson on a plane. And let's see what happens here. I haven't actually seen this video. I've only watched like the first few seconds. Golly, could you imagine mocking Mike Tyson?
No.
I wish I knew what he was saying. I wish I could hear it. Yeah, it looks like a total stooge. Okay, let's get on to the action here. There he is. Oh, God. Man, he really went after him. I think they show his face afterwards. That's what the Fed's doing to us, guys. I don't know if you know it. I guess we've been mocking it for a while, so.
Yeah, now they're going to bring the pain.
5-year Treasury yield hits 3% following Powell's comments on rate hikes. 5-year U.S. Treasury yield topped 3% on Friday after Jerome Powell's suggestion that a 50 basis point rate hike could be in the cards in May. The yield on the 5-year Treasury note was up 2 basis points, moving higher than the rate on the 30-year Treasury bond. It's known as yield curve inversion, with investors selling out of shorter dated bonds in favor of long dated debt, indicating a lack of confidence in the health of the economy. The yield on the benchmark moved 1.5 basis points. Hiking interest rates itself by a percentage point is on the table for Fed's May policy meeting. So here is the long and the short of it, is that we're going to probably see a lot of volatility in the next several weeks leading up to this, because people have been expecting a 0.5%, and now they're talking about moving a full percentage point. Or no, they were talking about moving at 0.25%. Now they're talking about a 0.5 percentage point. 0.25% was what they raised it a couple weeks ago, correct?
Yeah, March.
Yeah, it was 0.25%. Now it could be 0.5%. So we're seeing actually a sped up, speeding up of this progression of the rate hikes. So very interesting to see what's going to happen here. Investors have become increasingly concerned about potential drag on economic growth. Markets would now be focused on when the rate hiking process would end and where they would be in a year. So basically, once we have an idea of when this sped up rate hike progression ends, then we'll start seeing some of this baked back in. But right now, we don't actually know how long they're planning on this. The plan was for this year, and they also did increase. So what I talk about with Raoul Powell in our interview this weekend is, the expectation of inflation. What is a desired rate of inflation has been moved. People were talking about 1% to 2% would be desirable. They've raised that number to about 3%. So that means they're not going to have to cut rates or hike rates as much as maybe they thought originally. So maybe they're going to get more aggressive here on the front end, try to back that down to 3% and see what happens. So, Ben, are you aware of the effort of a few lawmakers to create a treasury-controlled e-dollar instead of a Fed-controlled CBDC? Would not surprise me, to be honest with you, because we do know that Janet Yellen and Joe Biden have been very off course with one another lately. She's in charge of the Treasury, Jerome Powell in charge of the Fed. Wouldn't surprise me at all if that is something that happens. So 6% last month inflation equals 72% year. No, that is not correct. It was actually 8.5% last month. It's year over year. It's not month over month. So inflation increased 8.5% or 8.4%, whatever it was, from last March to this March. So that's how they track it. It's not month to month. So, okay, moving on here. Earth Day. What was I supposed to wear for Earth Day?
I don't know.
This says Share Care. This is a sponsor. Is that climate friendly? It's got a green heart.
Looks like it.
A closer look at crypto projects that make the world a greener place. Here are some of the leading environment. You can tell the news is very strong today. A lot of big news today on the market. Isn't that right, Johnny?
That's funny. Read that.
Tough one today? Guys, I got to say, there has not been a day that feels more like a bear market than this one. 100%. That's the way I feel. Ben, would you be for it if the presidential voting used blockchain? 100%. Absolutely. Here are some of the leading environmentally conscious projects. Earth Day, a 52-year-old tradition. Now, how many years has the Earth been around?
That's a loaded question.
Some people say 10 billion, but 52 years of that 10 billion, we've been having Earth Day. Celebrated annually on April 22nd, provides an opportune moment for the world's citizens to reflect upon the environmental progress, as well as rally support for political policy making, culture, climate awareness, and individual commitments to sustainability. The emergence of blockchain and Web3 has provided the core architecture for a structural remodeling and public transparency. And as such, a technology that has the potential to be harnessed in service by the United Nations and the Paris Climate Accord. Why didn't they try a civic first? Okay. Sandra DeAngelis, the head of growth and partnerships at Toucan Protocol, wow, Fruity Loopy, advocated for an amalgamation. Did I say that right? Amalgamation of physical and digital initiatives, noting that tokenized carbon credits are enabling the creation of virtual carbon sinks that generate real world. Is this real? Is this a real story here? Coinbase giving and Toucan Sam. Projects such as Hashima and Dovu are utilizing artificial intelligence and hash graph technologies. Partnership with action groups such as Red Plus, Hashima have established a number of restorative ecosystem projects, Climate DAO, obviously Theta Network involved in helping with climate changes. They're working to use unused bandwidth. Let's see, is this Roy Liu again? Mitch Liu, CEO of Theta. He says that this blanket assessment completely ignores proof of stake blockchains like Theta, which use 0.05% of the energy, compared to chains like Bitcoin and Ethereum for now. So it's time. What is this?
I was wondering the same thing. What does this have to do with that story? Nothing.
But how is Theta a metaverse token? Does Theta have its own metaverse? Let me ask you this question, TJ. Do you know if Theta has its own metaverse? Do you know the unequivocal answer to that question?
Well, I think it just starts with your definition of metaverse.
It does.
So
Sure.
you could argue, yes.
Is there an ecosystem involving a metaverse? Like, very easily, when I say sandbox, you know what sandbox is.
VR.
When I say Decentraland,
Most
you know
people
what it is.
think VR kind of interaction.
When I say Seek VR, you know what it is. What is Theta's?
Yeah, I don't know.
So you're telling me 51% of people who voted in this poll believe it's Theta?
No.
I don't think so. I think this is either people like Theta has a big community and they just piled on here, or either people have no idea what a metaverse truly is.
I
So,
think, or both.
and I'll tell you this, if me and TJ don't know if Theta has a metaverse, then there's no way it should be winning that poll. Even if they do. Like, this is all we do every day. We love Theta. We like what it does for video streaming, but it's not a metaverse token. That's like in 2020, everything became a DeFi token.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Wildlife conservation efforts turn to NFT funded initiatives. Just more Earth Day stuff here. Digital twin non-fungible tokens are just reserved for consumer products anymore. Yada, yada, yada. So basically, people try to take advantage of climate change and sell tokens and NFTs. Congratulations. Why the Ethereum movie will be produced by Blade Runner Ridley Scott. There is an Ethereum movie come soon. Legendary filmmaker Ridley Scott will take the history of Ethereum to the big screen via his production company. See here, Russo revealed the news on her personal Twitter account as she welcomed Scott into the ETH Movie project. I didn't know this was a project or a movie. In a career that spans decades, Scott is known for directing some of the great classics of science fiction. Well, this brings us to a fun thing. Now, I know exactly what Theta is. That's what's so interesting. Who is playing Vitalik in the movie? Who's playing Vitalik? I think I know.
There's an actual person already.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, let's just throw it out. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's go over who is playing Vitalik and who's playing Charles.
Who's that? Cumberbatch. I could see
Cumberbatch.
I could see him being a good Vitalik.
Okay. I don't hate it. I'm going Christian Bale.
I could see it.
Okay. Have you ever seen The Machinist? How skinny he got for that movie?
No, but
Machinist is an insane movie.
Is an American Psycho the one he's like
Yes.
famous for getting super skinny for?
He got way skinnier for The Machinist. Way skinnier. Like, he's like, definitely anorexic level in that movie. He's playing like a deranged guy with insomnia problems and all kinds of stuff. So who's playing Charles?
Charles.
Is it me? Am I playing Charles?
Could be.
I have been confused before for Charles.
I could see
Crypto Euclid? Gotta be.
There was Seth Rogen played Wozniak in a Steve Jobs thing. Kind of gave me Hoskinson vibes.
Who?
Seth Rogen, actually.
Seth Rogen's perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Somebody says, do I hate Earth Day? Yeah, I hate manufactured holidays. Yes. Do I hate the Earth? No. I think Earth Day is kind of silly. Like, we're celebrating where we live, not like America, like we're literally celebrating a planet that doesn't care if we celebrate it or not. I would like to say that. So yeah, I'm not a big Earth Day guy, but I'm not anti-Earth Day. It means nothing to me.
Somebody said Jonah Hill. I could see that.
Jonah Hill for Charles Hoskinson? I'm saying no. Let me see if I could come up with somebody that would really play a good Charles Hoskinson. Somebody, man, if he gained some weight, Bryan Cranston might be able to play a good Charles Hoskinson.
Yeah, but you need somebody with like
he's got to be younger.
Yeah, young looking face.
Let's see what some of these DJ Quills. DJ Quills for Vitalik is perfect. Do you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
He was in what was the name of the movie he was in with Eliza Dushku? It's like The New Guy. I think it's The New Guy.
That
and she
guy.
does the
He
it's a
would be
bikini
good.
changing scene.
Yeah.
or like in a dressing room.
I never knew that was that guy's
That's
name.
all I remember from that movie.
I just call him the guy from New Guy.
Elijah Dushku was on Buffy. I used to love Buffy. That was my favorite show when I was like 12 or 13, maybe 16. Let's see. Anybody else? Did anybody else say any other good answers there? I'm looking.
Vitalik equals McLovin, somebody said.
Yeah. It's good for the kids, dude. State of mind. I'm great when my kids celebrating Earth Day. I love it. They can go plant a tree. It just doesn't mean anything to me. So, we've been celebrating. I want you guys to think about this. We've been celebrating this for 52 years. We didn't even celebrate Earth Day when I was a kid. This is new to me. Maybe 20 years ago, people really started talking about Earth Day.
Michael Cera.
Charles is only 34. I know Charles is only 34, but I could just see Bryan Cranston getting into that character. George Costanza. That'd be pretty funny. He's too young. Speaking of the Cardano creator, he eyes candidates to play his character. So he had some opinions on who he thinks should play. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson, who took an active part in founding Ethereum, posed a joke. Well, since they're making the movie, who should play the character? Let's see what some of the answers were. Steven Seagal. You have to have somebody younger than him. You have to. They say it's Vitalik, not Vitalik. I'll always say Vitalik. I'm sorry. Johnny Depp. No, this is saying other movies about crypto. So nobody gave it. This is the only answer that they felt like saying. Steven Seagal. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see. We also have Ethereum. We have actual Ethereum news instead of a movie. Ethereum movie news is pretty fun, though. Ethereum Beacon Chain adds 50,000 new validators in just a month. Ethereum network has been experiencing some growth and fundamentals. Among this is the addition of 50,000 validators. So, hey, maybe we'll get that ETH merge pretty soon. Beacon Chain was launched in December of 2020. It started 2021. Number of validators was under 50,000. You guys can see here the price versus the number of exchanges of Ethereum on exchanges. And I mean, this is the only somewhat bullish thing you can really look at in fundamentals, in my opinion, is the exchange reserves are low. But, the exchange reserves can increase significantly if people go start dumping, if that makes sense. So, all right, moving on here. Can Elon Musk eliminate Twitter spam with Saylor's orange tick? Now, somebody told me today, I don't know if this is true or not, but they basically came out and said that that they were not going to let him buy Twitter. Is that been news that's broken?
I have not seen that.
Let me look here. I never know if something's like real or something. Somebody just said. Elon Musk outlines $46.5 billion in funding. He vows to defeat the spam bots or die trying. Okay.
I imagine he would have tweeted about it.
No, I didn't think he'd tweet about it. But I'm just looking to see if there was anybody saying that he wanted to be able to do it. Now, a lot of people are saying that if he can't do this, he's going to make his own platform. Do you think he would do that? Do you think that's his? There's a video where they asked him. They said, if you're not able to buy Twitter, do you have a plan B? And he says, yes, I do have a plan B.
Yeah, there's always a plan B, but no,
that's got to be the plan B, right? It would be to do his own platform.
I don't think so. I don't think this is.
Listen, I'm just saying, like hypothetically, if he did, he could single-handedly bring Twitter down. Sure. Like what percentage of Twitter users do you believe would go to Elon Musk's new platform?
Probably a lot. Probably at least 40%. Depending on what time frame you're talking about. But I just don't think that's his motivation. If I feel like what it is Twitter is his vice or guilty pleasure, whatever you want to call it, his favorite app that he can't stop using, and it's driving him crazy that they won't fix it. Yeah. So he wants to fix it himself. I don't think he wants to build a social media network to compete. He just wants this one to work better.
Yeah.
So I think he doesn't really care if he gets it or somebody gets it as long as it gets fixed.
But would he leverage a new platform against Twitter to force them to sell him Twitter?
He would posture maybe, but I don't think at the end of the day he's really gonna want to build something from scratch. He just wants to fix his favorite app.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Says he would die trying to authenticate all real humans. Tesla and SpaceX chief told a recent TED conference in Vancouver, scam bots are make the product much worse. Adding, if he had Dogecoin for every crypto scam he saw on Twitter, he would have 100 billion Dogecoin. Okay, well, thank you for that super chat, Buckslayer. Appreciate that. I'm appreciative for your family for watching the channel. In response, British cryptographer Adam Back. I didn't know Adam Back was British. Did you know that? I guess I've never heard him talk. Has argued that Musk's suggestion to fight bots by authenticating real humans would be bad for privacy. Well, you know, Satoshi. Some people think he's Satoshi.
That's what I was going to say. That's probably, if I knew he was British, it was because people think some of Satoshi's writing is clearly UK influenced, and that's probably part of why they think it could be Adam Back.
Yeah.
I mean, also him being there early.
So the fact is here is that this is an interesting thing that is being posed, right? Which is, what is better? Is it better to have privacy, or is it better to be safe from scams? Because you can't really have both on something like Twitter. Because the only way to keep people safe from scams and to get rid of all the spam bots is to verify all of the users. Well, when you verify the users, now the information that someone has passed through hands. So people that are trying to protect their identities, and have all these Anon cartoon accounts, they're not going to be able to run as rampant, which I would enjoy, really. I don't like the Anon accounts on Twitter. I think it's ridiculous that some of the people that, some of the accounts that people trust the most and get their information from are anonymous, and those people don't ever have to put their face next to what they say, So it is, I don't think you can really have both. I think you kind of have to choose. And I think a lot of people would go with Adam Back here, and they would say that they would want to have the privacy and not do KYC for their accounts. Because if you got to do KYC and get validated, then maybe you're not going to be able to have all these Twitter alt accounts, Maybe that's something Elon Musk wants as well, though. Maybe he doesn't want all the troll accounts out there. Twitter can solve the problem of scammers and spam bots if they allow real humans to post. $20 on the Lightning Network and get verified with an orange check. That's what Michael Saylor said. Close to 360,000 verified accounts with blue ticks at the moment. Therefore, by allowing hundreds of millions of orange ticks, every user could be verified within minutes. Then we can limit comments and DMs to verified accounts. Bad actors forfeit their security deposit, and Twitter monetizes malice. Last week, Elon Musk revealed his controversial $43 billion offer to buy Twitter in order to facilitate free speech on the platform. His bid came days after he turned down a seat on the company's board. Of course, we do know yesterday, David Schwartz of Ripple did criticize him. Now, we also have Twitter setting out to test Stripe's newly added support for USDC payments. Financial service provider Stripe will support payments in USDC on the Polygon blockchain. Makes sense. Such payments will be accessible through Stripe Connect, its system for integrating payments into online marketplaces with crypto payouts. Select group of creators on Twitter will be able to use crypto-based rails, said Stripe. So, do you think this is a big deal?
Yes, in this long-term macro, yeah, I think it's a big deal. In the kind of like when with the strike announcement with the point of purchase systems, I think anytime you allow merchants to receive crypto in a easier way, it will slowly take effect. I don't think it's going to change anything with the price,
No, of course not.
I think it allows for a higher all-time high next bull cycle, because it'll get in front of more people. More people believe it's staying. More people believe it's the future. More people believe this is how payments are going to be facilitated. So long-term, yes. Short-term, no.
Yeah. We have a lot of people commenting today on the low number of watchers on this live stream.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, welcome to the bear market. This is, go find a crypto channel out there. Go find one that has more views on videos today than it had 6 months ago, than it had 1 year ago. Go find one. Go find one. This is why few people win in crypto. The masses come in, they hit the likes, they hit the subscribes, they show up when times are good. When times are hard, they leave. Yes, those Those are the low IQ people. We preach to them for years that this is when the money is made. And this is the exact time that they leave. Okay? This is why the institutions call you dumb money. And by you, I don't mean you specifically are dumb. Call all of us retail investors dumb money. We leave at the wrong times and we come in at the wrong times.
Because guess when everybody comes back? When the prices start pumping, when we get back around 60K.
We get back
Bitcoin.
to $55,000 to $60,000. That's when people will come back.
Yep.
Right? What an opportunity. You're buying Bitcoin today at 39,000, even if it goes up to 55. Think about how much money you made. Right? That's a reality here. Yeah, let's actually do it live on the channel. Let's do this live on the channel. Let's go to Google Trends. I'm going to show you guys something. This is called Google Trends. This is where you can look and see what happens with attention on Google. Let's check out ByBTC.
Or Bitcoin. Bitcoin might be better.
Is that what he said? Go up. He say ByBTC?
He said ByBit. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at the last we got to go 5 years, not 12 months. See? You see what happens? Bull run 2017, drop. But look, the good thing about this here is something I want to point out to you guys. The baseline is higher. There was no one in the 2018 or 2019 bear market that was getting 3,000 viewers on a live stream at one time. No one. It was actually much closer to almost none. I remember Ivan would almost get to 1,000 sometimes, and he was the biggest by far live streaming. Okay. So the baseline has gotten much, much, much higher. Come here and you look at by crypto. Let's look at that one. By crypto. Look at that. Shocker. Everybody comes in during these times. Everyone comes in during these times. This was the highest it's ever been for Bitcoin search terms. Now, they don't tell you how many are searching because that's proprietary. Right now, we're down 89% for the people searching by crypto. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's just check out Bitcoin as a whole and let's see what happens. Bitcoin. Last 12 months, it hit an all-time high. Where is it now? Bitcoin alone is down 78%. Wake up, people. Those of you that are here, you're the winners already. Imagine if prices drop further, how many more people leave? Do you know how long it took me to become a millionaire in crypto? From the first day I bought Bitcoin? Almost 9 years. It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight, folks. And the people that come in at the top, that's what they want. They want the overnight gains. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to put in the work when it has to be done to make the money in crypto. And you, sir or madam, you are putting in the work. You should right now pat yourself on the back. Because you are here. Whether it goes up or down from here, you've shown the commitment that it takes to get to where you want to go. So I'm proud of you. Thank you, BitSquad members. And look, if our dedicated BitSquad members that watch the show every day gets down to 1,000 viewers, 500 viewers, we cherish all those people. We're not concerned about numbers in a bear market. I can assure you of that. We're concerned about being here every day to service the people. All right, moving on here. NBA Top Shot fail, or no, NBA NFT fail. This is the Ethereum. NBA Top Shot reached out to us, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see when we hook them up with Players Lounge, folks.
Yeah, we're going to have a call with somebody from their marketing team.
Yeah. Someone from the UK says he loves watching the channel, but he hates when I talk football. That's American football. American football. We'll start talking about football before you know it. NBA botches Ethereum NFT drop as the association suffers exploit. Wow. Poor coding has resulted in some NBA fans losing out on the NFTs that they were promised, but the league says it will make it up to them. The NBA's plan to drop 18,000 free NFTs on its fans has gone. Hey, remember this? What does this remind you of? No good deed goes unpunished. The Basketball League yesterday launched a new NFT collection called the Association, which is intended to provide exclusive NFTs to earliest members of the NBA's Discord server. Instead, security vulnerabilities in the collection smart contract resulted in users exploiting the drop, unfairly minting the NFT, and cleaning out the collection in roughly an hour. The NBA acknowledged the exploit, said it would work towards a resolution. Do you want to know why this happened? You guys really want to know why this happened?
Why?
Because they did not put Trae Young as an NFT. They didn't. But look, my boy Trae, Ice Trae, he gets represented on this channel, which, you know what? I tell you what, where's the Milwaukee Buck crypto YouTuber? Huh? Where are you? I don't know if there is one.
We'll find out soon enough.
We'll find out soon enough. So, oh my God, you don't know, this guy, he's got a zillion followers. He loves the Milwaukee Bucks. So, okay. All right. Well, I was pissed about that. They didn't put Trae Young in it. How can you not put Trae Young in?
I don't know.
Is Trae Young not one of the best 10 players in the NBA?
The only thing I could think of is this started before the play-ins were settled, but they had other teams.
The Nets were represented twice.
So that's what I don't know. That was my first thought when we were flipping through it, but I was like, nah, that doesn't make sense. So.
Yeah. If this is a bear market, he screwed us. Not a bear market, in my opinion, just sideways that could certainly be potential. Like I've said many times, we're not going to see lows that we thought. We're not going to see the same lows that we would have seen if we saw max euphoria. I do not believe. Certainly possible. We still do see them. But, a year long of accumulation, how are you screwed if there's a year long of accumulation? How does that make sense? That means you got many more months. You got 6 more months to accumulate. So good for you. Actually, you would probably have about 2 more years for that. So, guys, Trae Young led the NBA, by the way, in points and assists. Is that not insane? That's pretty crazy. Not only does he pass well, he shoots a ball well. Ukraine Central Bank bans crypto purchases in local currency. Individuals may only purchase crypto using foreign currency up to a value of 100,000 hryvnia or 3,400 per month. How would you feel like if this guy was on your money?
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Is that not creepy?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Carol from The Walking Dead creeping out the blinds on the latest sneak peek of the new season of The Walking Dead. Ukraine's central bank has banned the purchase of crypto using the local currency. You may purchase $3,400 a month using another currency. Crypto purchases are now classed as quasi-cash transactions. That's pretty funny. Which also includes the replenishment of electronic wallets, brokerage or Forex account, and payment of traveler's check. Measures are being taken to prevent unproductive outflow of capital. Ukraine's received at least $100 million in crypto donations. So there you go. There's your Ukraine news of the day. After MENA and APAC, this is the Middle East, North Africa, and the Asian Pacific region. This is the region that Ripple could be. Are we already to the XRP story of the day? Wow, it's going to be a short show today.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of news in the crypto world today. And you guys know Friday is generally the day that the least amount of news gets put out. And by the way, with all of this news coming out about the Fed, why would any crypto project want to put out big news today? Maybe if they had a disaster story, it might be a good day to do it. Let's see. So XRP Army, if you're in the XRP Army, make sure to throw the X up. Also, make sure to smash that like button. Yeah, I think Embiid wins the MVP, but Trae Young did have the most points.
Where points? What?
Most points.
Just period? Not
Yes.
points per game or anything?
No, I mean, yeah, he played almost every game, so he would have that. Let's see, NBA
total maybe
stats.
I was looking at the stats and he wasn't even close, according to what I was looking at. 2021-22 season, right?
Yeah. This is only the Western Conference. That's yesterday's leaders. Stats, players, teams home, traditional stats.
I'm just on NBA.com.
Regular season. Oh, this is team. We need to go to player.
It's got Jimmy Butler.
They're official leaders. You're probably on playoffs.
No, I'm on season.
Points per game, Trae Young was 4th. Actual points. Let's see, and let's go to assists. How can you not?
There you go. I got it.
You got it now?
Yeah.
Where is it at? Is it on NBA.com?
On NBA.com, you just got to change all the settings and get it.
Trae Young, leader in points and assists.
Points, yes. I can't see assists. Probably.
Well, assists, he 9.7 a game.
Yeah. You just got to take
James
it off.
Harden had 10.3 a game, but he played a lot less games. So,
Yeah, it looks.
looks per
like,
game.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that.
Totals.
Okay,
here we go.
And it's regular
There
season.
it is.
Yeah.
Trae Young, points, 21.55. DeMar DeRozan was actually second with 21.18. And assists, 7.37. He pretty much blows everybody away in that. So there you go. There you go, guys. Back to XRP news. We teased this XRP story, then we went deep on the NBA, and now we're trying to figure out what region. Latin America, guys. That's it. Ripple's report pointed out the Latin American payments industry suffered from low interoperability due to fragmentation. However, Ripple noted that crypto adoption was growing in the region, with central banks looking at blockchain technology, crypto exchanges, supporting sports teams and residents, depending on the dollar for liquidity. In particular, Ripple cited Brazil as an example. So Brazil, a region they're really looking to move into, or a country. Investors should watch to see if Ripple's next CBDC partnership or RippleNet integration could be based in the region. That being said, Ripple isn't the only blockchain company looking to expand in foreign countries. Cardano is looking to do the same, of course, in Africa. What about XRP? Ripple might be making strides overseas, but back in North America. XRP is still a taboo asset as the SEC's lawsuit against the company continues. However, Ripple experienced a setback as the judge denied. We talked about the Easterbrook notes. It's not really a big deal at all. So trying to paint it as a negative. Let's move on to quick hits here. 99% of crypto assets are securities, warns Michael Saylor. In an interview with the Lex Friedman YouTube channel, the billionaire investor explains how the structure of layer one blockchains determines their ultimate function. If you think about layer ones, yada, 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 I want to see. The role of layer ones is two things. One, I want to move a large sum of money through the space with security. The second is I need it to last forever. He continued distinguishing it from many other types of digital assets. He said, Bitcoin is magical and is truly the innovation. It's like a singularity because it represents the first time in human history, yada, 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 that we managed to create digital property properly understood. It's easy to create something digital. Every coupon and every skin on Fortnite and Roblox and Apple TV and credits and all these things, they're all digital something, but they're securities. He's actually saying that V-Bucks and skins are securities. Shares of stocks are securities. So very interesting. All the cryptos can do that, but what they can't do, with 99% of them fail to do, is be property. They're securities. You know, he described them on my channel as venture capital products. Corey said Trae Young also had the most turnovers. Well, you know what? He runs through like a madman. You know, you can't have all the perfect stats.
Yeah, it was brutal the other night when they were like, man, the Hawks are looking good. They haven't even made any turnovers. And as soon as those words came out of his mouth, Trae turned it around.
Yeah, when we were down by 3 in the fourth quarter and it felt like we were coming back and we're going to steal the game, and they just Jimmy Butler walk and dunk, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, I can play better defense. I'm positive I can play better defense. I would have got a foul.
And I like Trae's young. He's got time to grow and improve as a closer.
He is. I mean,
because he does need to tighten up those turnovers.
He does for sure. He needs to get his defense a little bit better, but at least have a defensive presence somewhat. ApeCoin DAO receives flags for its flawed governance structure. We're not, who cares about the governance of ApeCoin right now? Coinbase card launched via Visa with crypto cashback for U.S. users. OpenSea suspends trading of Sands Vegas Casino Club NFTs. This is the one that, of course, Texas is suing, saying that they're selling securities. Fractionalized NFTs is what these are. Binance CEO says exchange sees $5.8 million from Axie Infinity hackers. So they've seized it. So they've got it. So that's good, at least. Maybe they can give it back. Crypto millionaires flock to El Salvador to invest in the Bitcoin City project. Garrett Bailey asks, at what point in the BitBoy endeavor did you give up your day job? That would have been in August of 2018. I started this channel. January of 2018, I owned a house, and we sold our house. we made about $100,000 on, and we lived off of that money while we got the channel going. Moved to a rental house for a couple of years, and then 2020, let's get it.
Yep. Next question for Q&A. If we have 1 year to 1.5 year bear market, how would you prepare for it?
Okay, so technically a 1 year bear market would be over in November because the bear market would have officially started at the beginning, at the top of the market, which would have been November. Bring your question back up. So I did just want to point that out. It's not like another year to year and a half. What you have to understand is when we do bottom, that's the beginning of the bull market. 75% of Bitcoin's time is spent going up, but it doesn't feel that way because even though it's going up and it's bottomed, it's not making new all-time highs quickly. So right now, what I would be looking to do is dollar cost average into Ethereum. I would make sure that you have a bag of XRP for sure. Obviously, as an American, Uphold and KuCoin are two places where you can get that. ByBit, if you're international, is a place where you can get it quite easily as you prepare for relistings. The case should end sometime this year, according to Jeremy Hogan and John Dean. They both support that. So we'll see what happens here. But for me, you just need to be accumulating and you need to be looking for some of these alts. Some of these alts will go lower. By the way, God, don't crucify me for this, but one good strategy could be, now I'm not going to do this for the record, but a good strategy would be to buy a bag of XRP when the case is over and the price shoots up, probably at least 2x. Some people think 3.5 to 4x in a short period of time. Sell that, take profits, and then roll those profits into bottoming altcoins over the next 6 months after that. That would be a pretty good strategy. I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I'm dedicated to the XRP army, and I'm not going to sell on a short-term pump. We got a lot of stuff coming in that community here soon with NFTs, and maybe the world's biggest Ripple party. We'll see what happens. Well, definitely it's coming, but we'll let you know more details. So we're not going to do that. But if I was not doing this channel and I was not a face that supports XRP, then that's something I would be doing.
That's actually a perfect transition into the next and last question. This is from T Salty. He said he wants us both to answer. What would you guys be doing if it wasn't crypto?
You answer first.
Me first?
Yeah. I got to think about it. I don't even know what the answer is. I have to think about it.
I don't really know either because crypto's been all I could think about for so many years and trying to get into crypto. He said real estate doesn't count, but something small business related, probably of, marketing related, media related, but it's tough, you know? I don't know.
Trail Grinder says I would be a self-proclaimed bodybuilder.
Oh yeah. And he said TJ party plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely not that.
I would say for me, my degree is actually in ministry leadership. That's what my degree is. I'd probably work in a ministry at a church somewhere. That's probably what I would be doing. I was a youth pastor for a while. I might do that. Or I would probably be working for a nonprofit. That's what I was doing. I was executive director of a rehab facility. I might still be working in drug recovery. Those are things I'd probably be doing, but I was always doing side hustles. So I'd have some side hustles going on to support the family. I sold football memorabilia for a while. That was pretty fun. But, that's what I would probably be doing, to be honest with you, something more in line with my degree. Before I got into crypto, what I did was I helped people, coming from a life of recovery. Obviously I went through rehab back in 2007. A lot of you guys know that, 15 years ago. So I would probably be doing more of filling that purpose. Now I help people financially, back then I helped people get off drugs and, live a more calm and serene life and, maybe turn to the Lord. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching the show today. We'll be back on Monday with another live stream. Of course, back later with Around the Blockchain. That's all I got. Be blessed. Oh, Raoul Pal, 2-part interview coming Saturday and Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. That's all I got. Be blessed. Big boy out. Go Hawks.